Fishing today on Lindholme Lake at Lindholme, catching skimmers in about 11 feet of water, using a Garbolino DC 13H 0.6 gram float, wire stem float, extra stability, which is needed because I've got a bit of a side wind here today. I've got a soft pellet on the hook, 4mm expander, and I'm feeding micros, just a small amount every put in. I'm also using backshot in two different ways. Both the conventional way, which is to have a number 8 or 9 shot a couple of inches above the float, just to stabilise the line in between the pole tip and float, but I'm also using backshot placed immediately above the float, actually sitting on the float, acting fully on the float. Just small size shot, number 12s. Their purpose is to allow me to trim the rig whenever I want. By moving one up, I give myself another 2 or 3 millimeters of pole tip visible, handy when the waves get up and the drift increases. The pellets I'm using are 4mm soft expander pellets, which are pumped in a solution of molasses and betaine, which sweetens them up. Good for skimmers and good for this time of year for F1s as well. And I've left them to soak and actually keep them in water through the day. Some people say, but they get a bit soft that way. I like my pellets soft, so when I lift up on a small indication, I connect with the fish and lose the pellet. I'd really rather have a fish on and a pellet off, so soft to me is a good thing. My feed pellets are 2mm fishery feed pellets soaked in water with VDE, betaine and molasses, which sweetens up the pellets, and that's appreciated by skimmers all year round. Whenever I fish soft pellet, I always fish dead depth, so it's very important I find a flat spot to fish in, and at this time of year, with the air temperature being low, the fish tend to go into deeper water, so I've been looking for the contours of the swim to make sure I wasn't on a shelf or in shallower water. I've looked for the deeper areas of the peg. The hook I'm using today is a round bend pellet hook size 18, which encloses a 4mm pellet, so you can hook the pellet with just the tip of the hook exposed. And I've got that tied to 012 line, which is a bit heavy for skimmers, but I'm expecting we might get some F1s or carp later on, so I've kind of rounded up a bit to allow for that. I started with a slightly more generous initial feed of micro pellets, but once the fish had arrived, I've been feeding just a very small amount of pellets, perhaps about 20 per put in, and no need to top up the swim. Just a small, little and regular feed keeps the fish coming.